Let's see. I think I'm gonna move this back and then forward. Back and then forward. Welcome in. Today we're talking about when you fell on your journey and you need to get back up and pick yourself back up and try again. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. Going to be discussing discipline. How to be disciplined is greater than your motivation. So when your motivation runs out, how are you going to stay consistent and have discipline? Hello. Let me put my thing on. So if you're watching this on a replay, that's what our topic is today. You're welcome to watch it all the way through and see if there's some information on here that pertains to you that may be beneficial or not. Let's see. Thank you guys for coming in. If you like the screen. Hi Jane, how are you? Oh, I left my left my microphone upstairs. You wanna can you grab my mic? I left it. I just realized it just now. Hi Jane, hi Felicia. Hope you guys had a wonderful Saturday. You guys enjoyed your Saturday. Hello Nicole, how are you? How's everything going? All right, so tonight we're gonna be talking about discipline, having discipline, being disciplined, when things fall, getting yourself back up, starting over again. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Yeah. So I'm gonna I've totally left this off, so I'm gonna just hook this up real quick to my thing so I can. Okay, so I know it sounds might be like a little bit lower. So one of the key things is when we are going through something, and we're always talking about like the scale, and so just thinking about when our motivation stops, right? So it's basically a non-scale victory because when the scale stops, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna look, to the left or to the right? And that's our motivation, because sometimes when the scale stops moving, I don't know, for some people, if you guys can let me know in the chat if also your motivation stops, because you make it feel like that. Maybe if you're going to the gym and you're working out and you are eating all the right foods, but now because you're doing all of these things, you don't see any results. So because you don't see and we usually say results because some people use results in multiple different things. Some people, depending on what you're on the medication for. If you have diabetes, then you might be looking at your A1C numbers or your metabolic numbers that you're given to your doctors. And other reasons would be when you are on this medication, when you are not on there for any type of metabolic reasons, you could be looking at what is it for the scale. So when you're looking at the scale, you're looking um to see, hey, did I lose a pound today? And one of the key things you should look at with the scale is also going to be your inches, right? So how many inches are you losing? And that's very important. Hi Liza, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. And so that's your inches are also important because these are all going to be non-scale victories. Because anybody list any non-scale victories that that you look at when your scale is not moving, or you know when things look a little off on your numbers? um do you what other things do you do and you look for as a non-scale victory? If you guys want to list that in the chat, that'll be great. And so, along with along with that is, so when the scale stops us our and our motivation, we want to make sure that we continue to look and push ourselves. And when we're pushing ourselves from the inside out. We have built up the confidence to know that it is working. We're gonna see the results. We are gonna get better, and it's a process. It's a step by step process. So we're slowly getting to the top of the ladder by taking it one step at a time. And as we know, it's easy for us to fall down, right? And it's sometimes harder for us to get back up and get ourselves back on track. So that's why when we look at it, we have to look at it in the perspective that no matter what, we just can't, we're not going to say, oh, the scale's not moving, da da da. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do these things that wasn't working for me before. And sometimes if we even try to do that with these medications, even if some people are not on a GLP-1, so, I'm speaking from both perspectives if you're not on a medication. But when you are on a medicine, one of the key things is the medicine will most likely stop you before it would it would basically not allow you to do those things. Hi Mary, how are you? Um Hi Journey of Life, how are you, cousin? I used to Felicia says, um I used to lose a little bit of motivation when the scale stopped. But now that I know my body won't lose, even if I do everything right, your body will lose when it's ready to lose. Yeah, you're right. Right. Your body will lose when it's ready. And it might be small tweakings, right? We might have to, hello, welcome in. Big back cutie, welcome in. So yeah, when we're ready. So we might say when we're ready, we want the scale to move, but it's when our body's ready. That was something key that Felicia said. So our non-scale victories, because we're looking at the number, our body's not looking at that. Our body's trying to sometimes fix the things that's going on internally in our bodies, and we have to change our mindset. So we have to change our mental to align with our bodies, and this is becoming to learn more of you, more of who you are, more of who you are becoming. When the scale's not moving, my coworkers keeps asking how much you you lose now. So I know inches drop even though the scale's not moving. Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. And so that's key. That's key because the thing is, no matter how somebody what they may say, hi, how are you, Evelyn? How are you? Welcome in. And and one of the things is they'll come to you, right? Liza, they'll come to you and say, hey, even family and friends, right? You got to think the holidays are coming up. And maybe if some people haven't seen their families for the whole year, you guys are looking very different. And, they'll be like, hey, how much weight have you lost? Or, they might make side comments. Then, whether you're losing right now or wherever you are, or if you just started on your journey, you got to have the confidence in your mind set to know that this is a process, it's a journey. So being confident in whatever you tell them, whether you say I lost 5 pounds, I lost 10, or this, I'm just changing my health. I'm going for a healthier life, right? So because when we first start taking these medicines, we have to think sometimes people don't receive even the scale moving for like the first like 6 weeks sometimes, right? So it's working out, like sometimes people are suffering from fatty livers or other things. It's working those things out internally in your body. And we have to know that that's happening first, and then the scale starts to move. And still, we could still become accustomed where our body just stops at a point in time. We don't know when that is, right? So I could use myself for as an example. Is like, as soon as I came from off my conference, I lost 4 pounds immediately, right? I realized that week I lost 4 pounds. I just happened just to check myself because I'm just too ancient, right? I can't just wait till the 31st. I'm 201, which is, I don't think I've weighed myself. Probably in August I weighed myself couple times before. Hi Teddy, how are you? Good evening. Um, oh, Evelyn. So me too. I took a nap earlier, and to just to get some rest. Thank you for coming in. Anyways, I took a nap as well. Oh, hope you feel better. Journey of life. Oh, this that season. Yes, it's that season. I was just saying when I don't know if you guys saw me get the IV. I was just saying that I didn't get my. I usually get like a 2 doses of triimmune, which kind of like helps me just hopefully not catch anything, even though I still have like my allergies are all year round. I don't want to catch anything else. So, um, but yeah, I hope you feel better, and hope you get some rest and drink some fluids if you can. Try to stay hydrated and try to get something into your body to help you with your nutrition. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not prescribing anything, but I use black seed oil for when I have something that's going on internally um, for sickness. So Journey, where have you been? Oh yeah. She's saying she's been sick. I don't know if she's still sick. Hey Teddy. Oh hi Kim, welcome in, girly. And and so like I was saying, just we want to just make sure that we are really focusing on our mental, reframing our minds. So when we come across things that look outside of where our health journey is, what you expect, right? And that's our expectations um, of what we expect on this. So we set these expectations, or we might be. And I know people say don't compare journeys, but I guarantee you it happens, right? So you're comparing yourself for what the results say through Eli Lilly. They say these things. And in the midst of saying these things, what end up happening? They end up saying, "Oh, oh, I haven't lost. I don't know. Just say if they say wherever you're at in your dose that is supposed to lose at least 20% of weight loss, and you realize, oh, I haven't lost 20% of my weight loss. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. And that right there can give you false expectations, and then you're thinking that, but then you don't know how to take it in, and you think that there's something wrong with you, or you think that there's something wrong with the medicine, and it's like there's nothing wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with the medicine. You might have to tweak a couple of things, but there's probably nothing going on, and if it happens over a certain amount of time, you should always talk to your provider. Okay. So if you guys have any non-scale victories, that's what we're talking is when the scale is not moving and you fall, and fall because of your own expectations that you set for yourself, and you think that you're not losing anymore. What are some non-scale victories that you look for to have that affirms that, okay, I'm doing great? Do you check your inches? What else do you look at how your clothes are feeling on you? What do you look for? um Domino effect. Journey of Light says domino effect. When one gets sick, we all get sick. Oh yeah, domino. Sorry, I said domino. Domino effect. Um, it's expected because school started, and parents send their kids to school sick when they get. Oh yeah, that's definitely that's definitely what it is. Like yeah, exactly. Kids get sick because everybody is just passing it from this person to that person. Yes, I agree with that. Um, they do. Let's see. Journey of Life says my shoes are too big. Is that a non-scale victory? Yes, because maybe your feet were wider when you were bigger. I heard some people say they changed shoe sizes throughout their journey because of because of the weight loss. So definitely, I would say yes. That's a non-scale victory. Yes. Yes, I look at clothes and measurements. Yes, that's definitely what it is. Yep, definitely what it is. Okay. I look at my clothes as getting loose. Okay. All right, great. I need my feet to lose weight. Like I realized for myself, it was like more so my clothes. Like even with me not really knowing the scale is moving, like my feet doesn't swell anymore. I used to have like my feet that swells inside my shoes. I don't have that anymore at all. So that basically kind of like helps me know. And that could have been from information. It could have been from water, like, from water. And also, like, sometimes my calves, I used to feel like some liquid back there because it was like really tight. Because when I would get my massage, when she would be giving me a massage, I would definitely always tell her, like, does she feel anything in that particular area? So, yes, congratulations, Journey, on your non scale victory. That's amazing. Um, But now I need new shoes, and that's expensive. Laugh out loud. I guess we have a good problem to have. Sometimes people would say that, right? Good problem to have. I guess it's a it's a non-victory for my husband. That's cute. Jane said, I just focus on how I'm feeling. Is my energy still up? Is inflammation and pain ache still gone? Yes, I understand that. Yes. And I can relate to that, Jane, as well. My experiences with weight loss before has eased the need for comparison. Yes, yes, and that's good because it takes, like, once you're able to focus in, and that's your mental. Once you're able to focus in on you and what's going on, and you start to understand your body, that's the elevation that you're bringing yourself to a whole nother level, like mentally, you know because your mental is your emotions, and then so when things are happen, you're able to reflect a little bit slightly different as to what's happening by just telling yourself, that, okay, what you feel internally of the medicine. And for myself, like, when I think about, like, my back, like, because from my car accident, my back, I have arthritis. It developed from the time I had my accident over like 5 years later. And because that developed, it basically, like, it caused like a lot of inflammation, like, um, in my back to like happen. So I was like trying my best to basically understand more about like my body at the point, but I was kept gaining weight, and that pain will just keep like happening and keep going down all the time. So, um, yes. So hold on one second. Okay. So they will, Felicia, and you're right, cousin. No quitting this better healthy journey. Yes. Definition in effect. Yes. I agree. Hold on one second, you guys. All right. So let's see. Yes, girl. It's before, I went down in shoe sizes. The shoe size thing is the best. Yes. Yes. Yes, definitely. Felicia, you already know. So yeah, so I haven't noticed that my shoe size has went down, but my feet feel more comfortable in my shoes. Um, I don't think I guess I'll find out maybe when I get a little bit lower. I haven't had that experience yet. Yep. So thank you for sharing that. Sit down, Nips. It's okay. I think Nitsi has something to say about the termination. Yes, definitely. He's definitely. I think I said shoe size. That was it. Every time Missy says he's trying to get some straight A. You know what's up. We are good. Yeah. Oh my gosh. He's funny in his own way. He's hilarious. Um, literally quiet all day until you guys come on here. He's like, nope, this is the time to act up because she always tells me to be quiet, so I make sure I'm loud. He's saying, give me my old shoes so I can chew on them. I told him my shoe size ain't changed. Oh gosh, I've been wearing. He wants to be part of the conversation so bad. Yes, it's only when like literally when I come on here. So it's like the funniest thing ever. Like if I'm on the phone, regular conversation is fine. It's only when I'm literally on here. Yep. But yeah, so um definitely don't let it disturb you cuz right. Yeah. He's hilarious. He's going to try no matter what. Um but yeah, so just being determined and continue to push forward and everything may not be the way we expect it to be, but it will turn out to be at the end. So, I always say there's light at the end of the tunnel. And that's something that I really focus on is that as we're going through, as we're walking through, as we're trying to get there, it may look cloudy. It may, we might be in the eye of the storm, right? And I say eye of the storm because I use that in different conversations. Or he wants to be in Felicia's love letters. Yeah, he's waiting for her to pick him so then he'll be good. Felicia, make sure you add Nipsey to your to pick his name one day so you can talk about how much he barks on here. Look how he's looking at me. Good idea, Jane. So, there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's, the eye of the storm when we don't know what things is happening in our bodies, and how things are changing. It's about the end results. That's why, like, one thing that, like, I just told myself today, I said, I'm gonna have to take like more pictures because now I don't know I don't have a lot of pictures of what I looked like when I was 274 or when I was 250, when I was 240, because I was just always ashamed of like taking body pictures and like to see that non-scale victory, right? Because when you look at one image and you look at another, you can see the difference. And I love that when I can see that on people's pages that they have similar or close to the same outfits on and they take a picture of the before and after and you can really see it, right? So I told myself that I got to do that this week so I can say when I was 200 and now I'm whatever, so then I can really track the next part of my journey a little bit better. Um that's what Teddy said about their dog. He wants that attention when he gets on camera. Maybe they want to be their fave too. The puppy series of GLP-1. Oh my god, oh my god, my doctor finally accepted me. Yay! Oh, I'm gonna clap for you. Hold on. That is amazing. I'm so happy he was able to talk to her and get, I don't know if it's a guy or girl, but him or her, to get them to listen to you and finally do what you asked like they should have. Yes, I'm so happy for you. Tell us how 7.5 goes for you, Journey. We would love to hear how it's going for you. Everybody, thank you for coming in. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and watch me on my weight loss journey. I'm currently down 73 pounds because I'm now 201. And I got another about 50 more to go. And I will be planning to continue my journey along the way. And you're welcome to be coming with me. If you are coming in, also please remember to like the stream as you're coming in. Thank you. Join into the conversation. If you're new here, please just, if you want to just say hello to everyone. I promise we don't bite. Nipsey might, no, sorry, Nipsey's not gonna bite you, but you're welcome to put a comment. That's not a bad idea, Kim J. You can do GLP-1 pets for the week during your live. Give them some camera time. Yes, I see it. My husband, has all my fat. Oh my God, I'm too done with you. She said has all my fat photos. Okay, Felicia. Um, Wild journey. How many weeks was that? Yes, I hope it does. Like, yes, it took a long time for her to get that 7.5. Um, Takes a bow. Thank you. Yes, girl. I was so excited. Yes, I'm excited for you. I remember having that conversation. Hi, S Lodge. Welcome in. You surely definitely have a slice of cake when you get to 199. Yes, I could be back at 200. I'm sorry. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Um, so close to Wonderland. I can't want. Yeah, that's how I feel like. Hi, Nikki. Hi, welcome in. Pop in to say hi. Congratulations on your weight loss. Thank you. And I usually don't touch the scale until the end of the month, but I think I'm just too like I'm too anxious. Like, okay, I dropped 4 pounds when I got from my thing, and after that, it's just been like, but that's okay. It's playing. My scale is playing tricks on me. I'm not gonna start singing because I'm not tired yet. Um, Retreats to shadows. um, I can't wait for you. 199. Here we come. Yes, and Teddy too. Teddy's he was, and then now he's back. But we be crossing the line together, Teddy. Before the end of the month, we'll both be crossing the line. We can celebrate together, like Batman, Nikki. Um, Back to the shadows. Yeah, you see, you gonna call Batman all the way out, Felicia. Jane, don't change anything you're doing. Just to your normal weigh-ins. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's like every time I like, cause I had that in body thing, and then the other day I was like, oh, then I checked myself when I should have not. Um, you all, I got to 144. Awesome, congratulations! Look at that. You coming in here talking about you sick, then drop. Somebody call my phone. Did you? Can you guys hear me still? I think I went out and came back in. I hope they don't call me again. You all, I got. Okay, yeah. Congratulations. Um, that's when you were in elementary school. Wow, that's amazing. Maybe the puppies want to do a series on how you act before and since you've been on the meds in their minds. Are you making them eat less too? Because you are. Good point. Good point, Kim. Are you feeding them less snacks? Because you're not eating any snacks. So you try to make them eat healthy too. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Like, I'm not even joking. He literally picked up the toy for me to run around with him. Remember how I showed you guys the video of me running around with him? He literally has his toy and he's trying to make me run around. Like, I can't even make this up right now. It's just, like, not happening. I'm not running around the table right now. I'm not doing that. Soon as I started reading Kim's thing about this puppy series, he brought me the toy. I'm done. I'm too done. I'm Robin. I can't help it. I'm telling you, you're gonna call him out of the woodworks. You're gonna call him out all the way. Um, yeah, cause somebody called me. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, oh my God, can you hear me still? I don't have animals anymore. Oh, okay. Kim J, you have to make that a short. Right, exactly. We can send you pictures of our pets. Play the Sarah McLaughlin song. Okay. I haven't heard of that, but I'll look it up after. Up, screenshot time. Screenshot, Felicia. Screenshot. I feel like my dog is getting bigger while I'm getting smaller. Oh, wow. The reversal, right? Um, cool journey. Yes, her non-scale victories, right? Going to 7.5, dropping the weight scale and non-scale, right, right. In the arms of an angel. Oh, okay, okay. That they do for the SPCA. Okay, okay. I don't know. I know Kim J didn't even realize that because I've been so busy with all the sickly. Oh yeah, yep, yeah. So he's super excited. Like literally, attention, attention. I'm done. Donate, donate to save an animal. Yes, yes. So again, back to the topic a little bit. So let me wheel myself back in. So just being so determination when things start to look like not what we expected is it looks different. It looks like like the how. We start asking ourselves how and the why. Are we and the how and the why are these things like happening and I sometimes I like when certain things even before this when my health when I didn't understand I would literally just be sitting there and before GLP-1 I would sit there and start looking at everything I'm doing. I'd be like I'm walking, I'm eating this, I'm tracking this, I'm drinking my water, and I kept telling myself like all the time I would be like, you know, before I started looking in the mirror, because I had stopped for a point in time and I stopped speaking to myself to tell myself like, you know, you're healed, you're gonna be okay. And I realized that when I went back to that, when I went back to speaking to myself, when I went back to, you know, being determined to know that this will happen and I will feel better and I will be more healthier, I did that. I did it gracefully, right? I did it like it happened. I actually like things that doors started to open that were once I would say once closed. You know, my daughter was having a surgery and all of a sudden her doctor's like, "Hey, I'll schedule your appointment the day after Christmas." And I'm like, "Really?" Like so things that I didn't expect just was occurring and I was like, "Okay." And you know, then from there it was, you know, my sleep study and my sleep study like having two back to back to then you know getting onto this medication. It was like I was so determined that I had to reflect back to something I was doing before, which was speaking over myself, telling myself who I am and what I wanted to see. And I didn't know, like again, I didn't know what was ahead of me, but what was ahead of me was GLP-1. What was ahead of me was um, me being more focused because I was going to get guided. This medication was going to guide me to being more healthier. Because, you know, when I say I had to keep leaving work to get rushed to go like rush to the ER, rush to the to, not ER to the well, to the hospital to the ER and also to urgent care. It was happening to me like 2 or 3 times a week, and I'll be in the middle of a meeting at work and it would happen. So I was so determined to get out of that state. And so when we are down on our down and we don't have anywhere else to go and we don't know how we're going to get forward, just know no matter what it looks like, that's what it looked like for me. It might look like something different for you. If it ever comes about, and it may not even be about your weight, it could be about anything else in your life, just know that keep telling yourself who you are, not what you see in the mirror, not this person, but what you expect to see from yourself. What those look like, what your expectations of yourself. Keep telling yourself. The thing that one thing that be bringing you down, speak to yourself and tell yourself, yes, I'm beautiful. Yes, this this condition will be healed. You know, I'm healed. You keep telling yourself the things that you want to see. But I promise you, you would look back when you turn around and you look back, when you look in that rearview mirror, not when you're moving forward, but when you're sitting still. When you're sitting still and you're seeing the results of what happened, you get to look back and say, "I did it." You get to look back and see the greatness that has come from this. You get to look back and see, wow, if I did it, if it happened to me then, if something else happens, I can do it again. You know? And then not only that, you realize that you don't even now it's not just about you. It starts to be an external factor where you're speaking to other people because you've experienced it. You understand. So now when it's happening to others, you know, there's like I said, we're in these are different stages of GLP-1s. We're in, you know, this generation of things. Um yes, speak those things. So there was a question from Jane. She says, if it is not too personal, what helped you to be so focused? Um you have a very clear path of what this journey looks like for you. What helped you shape that? Um, so I'll stick with this. So the first, if this is, you have a very clear path. Um, I would say it would be, um, it's not as clear as I want it to be. um, it's I would say it's not really clear. I don't really know what it possibly could look like, but I keep telling myself what it will be. And so I'll address that first. And um because things can shift to the left and the right, and I would say it could be from different experiences. one of my One of my hardest, I was I have a video coming that, again, my editing takes a little bit, is, you know, just real quick, is just basically from my car accident, not even being able to, you know, be able to speak before, right? Not being able to talk before at all. And being able to have a discussion today, it means a lot. And because got over that hurdle of that, I seen that I can get over anything else that may happen to me in my life. Um, and so my car accident put me in a state of, I forgot who I was. I lost my memory, had to regain myself, had to regain my talking, had to regain my learning. I had to rely on my kids to be there to support me, to help me get through it, and to be able to, like, imagine being able to, like, hear things that you want to speak out but you can't actually speak them, and having to go through therapies and doctors, but you keep telling yourself you're healed in your mind. And so, like, the things in your mind that you tell yourself and you keep telling yourself, it shows up. And it showed up for me. It showed up. Like, I used to fall all the time because my nerve, and when you think, like, you know, your brain is connected to so much in your body, but when you have a traumatic brain injury, you can't do the things that you thought you can do before. And the and it's not like I had it, right? I still live with it today. And so, like, learning new things doesn't come as easy as it may come to the next person, you know? Um um like, my IQ for my accounting, finance, that part of my life, my IQ was so high, right? Not to boost my own horn, I was just very intelligent before this accident. I I I used to remember. I used to work at the bank. I used to remember people's social security numbers, all their address. My memory was, I had a high, and my grades, just like, I had good grades in school and stuff like that. Um, just because of the things that how I was before the accident, it helped me retain that piece of that part of my brain that didn't get damaged. It didn't affect it. So when I was taking my tests and then at the neurologist, um, he was able to see that yes, my short term memory is lost. A part of who I was is lost, but I can always ask people who I am. I won't remember everything. Even in short conversation, you could tell me something and I may forget. I take screenshots, and I like taking screenshots because that's my way of my therapist told me that's how I would get to become better, so I can remember the things. I never had a sticky note in my life before this car accident. Now all over my desk I got sticky notes everywhere. you know so I've taken tools, right? Like our GLP-1 is our tool. I've taken tools and maximized it by telling myself in the mirror consistently through my thoughts of what I'm going to be, and it showed up for me. It showed up for me. I'm able to have a conversation. They told me I'll never go back to work. I am working. I've been working and I've been in my position for 9 years, going on 10 years. I don't know how. I just know that it is, right? I don't have the how it happened. All I can say is God put me and was able to allow me to be where I am today. And who I was before, people who were close to me probably seen the shift, two different people. You're talking about somebody, I was ashamed of an accident, right? I was ashamed. Not even tell my good friends that I had a bad car accident and I wasn't able to do these things. They found out through like other people because being ashamed and holding on to that regret and feeling like, you know, feeling like that's it for me. I had to step so far away from myself that I had to start leaning on my friends, my two good friends. I had to lean on them so much because that's those are people that were with me from at a young age. They know who I am, so they had to tell me about me. They had to reteach me of who I was and how I was as a person, but I would never be who I was before because I had to, like, as a therapist kept saying, like, you're going to be okay, but you're not going to be who you was. I had to become a new person. And, going through that with children who are young, when I say young, my daughter, I think when I got my accident, my daughter was like 2. Like, I have a picture of the last time I held her. It was 2 days before my accident. I went to a Christmas party. My accident was, it's almost 10 years. So it was December 11th, 2015. And I went to a Christmas party, I think that either Saturday or Sunday. And then I had my accident. I think it was that Monday on my way to work or something like that. But that was the last day I held my daughter. And after that, I haven't been able to hold her. And now she's, of course, she's bigger. So, like, even if I could, I wouldn't, right? But those are the types of things that I take, is that I had to walk away from me, losing yourself. I lost all of me. I am who I am today is not who I was before. I'm thankful for the things that I was still able to hold on to, right? I was still, like, before my accident, I got my master's. I got my bachelor's, my master's, and I was able to hold on to these things that in my memory, right, in my brain, that God secured me from, and I didn't have to worry about it. So this self-reflection page, yes, it's about my weight loss journey, but it's Michelle's mirror. It's my mirror. It's because I had to find a new me. And in this weight loss journey, I'm finding a new me. I'm finding a new me right now because now I'm focused on my health. Before I was focused so much on my brain. I just wanted to be able to get through. And my first thing is I wanted to get back to work. I remember the therapist and the doctor saying to me that I won't be able to go back to work. I can apply for disability. I think I got approved for disability too, but I ended up going back to work. But they told me I only could work an hour a day. So I used to leave my house to go work an hour a day, right? Like, somebody else was in the job that I worked at was an hour away. I'm leaving for an hour to go work for an hour just because I want to, like, when I know that, like, when you Like you have to retrain. I had to retrain myself. I knew that I had to, when they kept telling me you gotta, like all the things that you used to do, you gotta learn how to do it again. So it was like every time I got a chance, I was on my knees praying because I wanted to learn. I want to learn again. So if it took me only being allowing me to work 1 hour, I'll work that 1 hour because I have to take baby steps in order to get there. That's why I stress taking baby steps on your weight loss journey because you will get there no matter what it looks like. Okay. So, like, it's very, very, very important that, you know, the different things that we go through, a lot of like the stuff I struggle with on this page is getting in front of the camera, because if I go back to my first video, sometimes when I watch it, I just literally start crying because like I can see the things that's wrong with me, like when I have to look up and because I can't remember what my topic is, or I can't, like there's a lot of things like, so me recording a video is sometimes I say a lot. There's a lot of little things that happens through, and somebody might say, oh, I say that too, or this happens, I do that too. But when you were something else before and you're not that person, and you had to relearn and be a different person, and before you didn't do those things, it looks different on me than it would look on somebody who's been doing it their whole life. So me getting on here and like creating content is hard. I didn't want to do it. I kept telling, but I think that I had to do it because I think this is my next level of like guys showing me like, I want you to do it because you think that you can't do it because of like the things that might happen to you in your accident, but I have to let you get over that fear. So this is something that I'm pushing through my content of a better me, not just about my weight loss, but my whole self, to understand like I'm okay, like I'm gonna be okay. And sometimes, like, I wish I could learn like more of the things. Like I wish I could learn how to edit more and stuff like that. Like it's just really hard. I tried, my son tried to show me, but like he knows, like he understands my condition and he understands that like it's harder for me to learn. So he's the one that helped me all along, and as he helped me, I had to help him because I had to still be his parent. So it's like it's like a dual effect on my life, but this channel is really like shifting me. So it's more than weight loss for me. So I said that, I think I said that a lot in my first video, like it's more than weight loss, because to me that's what it is. It's more than weight loss. It's like weight loss is here. It's something I'm working on today, but overall it's really about all of me, because I didn't make a second video because I keep looking at that first video like, oh my God, I don't want to be looking up about my content and not knowing, like, I don't want to look like that. So I just like refrain from doing it, but I have to get over that fear and just do it. Just like whatever it looks like, just put it out there. Just put it out there. Who cares? Just say what you have to say and just put it out there. So, yeah. So, but thank you for the question, Jane. But yeah, that's the reason. That's my reason. That's the reason why I keep pushing. Um, that's the reason what helped me shape who I am, and what I become, and wherever, I don't know where I'm going, but I just know that I'm just like along the journey, and I'm thankful that like I'm put in this space, and I'm trying to overcome those small things inside as we all go through stuff. Like we all have different things that we went through in our life and that we deal with on an everyday basis. But for mine's is, this page is actually like transforming me, like, and I have to fight through so many different things every day. So, but I'll get there. It's hard, but I'll get there. So, but yeah, thank you guys for listening. Sorry, kind of like went on a small tangent, but I have a video coming about it too, because I just wanted to kind of like tell you guys kind of like what I'm dealing with over here, and then maybe it'll help me be comfortable, like knowing my audience knows, like, okay, I have this, so like some of my stuff might be a little different. Like, like I try my best. Like it looks different because I'm trying to do it to my best of my ability. My son, like, he can help me do whatever. Like that's not a thing. Like, but I'm really independent and I like to do things on my own if I can. But he tries his best to make sure that I have knows the bare minimum. If you go back, when I had my before I became a content creator, my thing was like Michelle Wilson, and I actually used to say, like, I think it's since like June, I kept saying like, oh, I'm gonna start my video, I'm gonna start my channel, and my son, he, even though like he brought me my stuff, I still didn't start, and I was just like, oh, he's waiting, I'm waiting for my son to help me get this set up. But it's like, I was definitely fighting myself to really get on here and record a video. And my second video was with him because I'm like, can you sit with me? Can you sit with me as I do this? Like, maybe it might make it a little bit more easier for myself. So yeah, this is tough, but I think like I need to go through this. I need to be on this page. I need to do this for myself to have a complete healing over the thing that happened to me in 2015. I have to keep going. Um, but yeah, thank you guys. I'm reading you guys' comments. I'm not gonna read them out loud, but thank you guys for just listening in. Um, yes, definitely perseveration. Preservation. That's one of my friends. She actually talks about that a lot. Um, about keep pushing forward, and both of them are really great. Both of my two good friends are really great, and they definitely um, was helping me along the way. Um, so, but yeah, so that's yeah. I mean, and it was, and that's why I share, and you know so I kind of ask God when these things are okay to do things and stuff. But thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. And yeah, but you guys will hear it again, kind of a little bit different tone, but in the thing, just like doing like a kind of briefing of what um what it is, and how severe it was, so you guys have that understanding of how severe my injury is, and what I still have. So even when I meet new people, I do tell them all the time because I forget. I'd be like, hey, or I'm sorry, I forgot that. I might ask the same question like 3 times. It's kind of like, I'm used to it, but I know the next person's like, hold on, I just told her that. But I might keep asking because I will forget. So it's weird, but I don't know. But yeah, so but yeah, we had some great non-scale victories regarding the shoes today. We also had Journey of Life tell us about her being able to go to 7.5, which was really good today. So I really think that as we continue to go along and looking at our clothes and checking our inches and focusing on our mental, and remaining focused on our goal and continue to drive the bus forward is as hard as it can be. We might hit a bump in the road, but just try our best to pick ourselves up and try again, right? Kim J just had a great video about it. It was funny because I had my topic because I have it set by the dates. And then I was bouncing through it, and then I seen her video, and then I'm like, I went to go refresh myself on like what I was gonna talk about, and then I end up calling her real quick, and I'm just like, interesting, because I was just like, I was gonna tell her like it's the same topic, but I was just seeing when she come into the live. So it was like she in her video, if you watch it, it's a great bloopers about, you can see that we all make mistakes. We make, things happen, but you pick yourself up and you try again, right? Like who says it? I think it's Aaliyah. She has that song, pick yourself up and try again. Yeah, so yeah, Kwame's good. Um, but yeah, so anybody else has any other non-skill victories? I think, did anybody say that they're no, that was I think I was reading that. I think I was reading because I was reading some information about other like non-scale victories, and I think somebody was talking about their A1Cs and stuff like that, and um, cholesterol and like your numbers that you get from your doctors lowering. I think we also like sometimes we don't realize like when we go back to the doctors and get our physical again, our numbers be looking different because we have been working on ourselves. So other things are changing internally in our body. It's like we didn't even know, right? Now, you know, it could be other things because they're looking at your liver functions, they're looking at your kidney functions and stuff like that, and they can see the improvement of it too. Even to the point of like, just say if you weren't like even a water drinker, right? And you start drinking like a water and stuff. When you start drinking water, you don't realize that helps your overall body too. So, when you get on a weight loss journey, when you eliminate these other drinks that you were drinking and now you're drinking more water, even if I know some people add, different proteins and different like electrolytes to their waters, that's fine. But because you're still drinking a water over like a soda or a fruit juice. I'm not saying you can't have it, right? You can have whatever you choose to have, but you're probably choosing more water over those other things, right? I used to drink, right, so much Coca-Cola. I remember one day my daughter asked me, "Mom, can you?" And she doesn't. I told you she doesn't do the whole like body shaming thing, but I don't remember the time it was, but it was at some point. She's like, "Ma, can you just not drink any Coca Cola for a week?" That's how bad I was. That's how much Coca Cola I used to drink. I was like, "Okay, I could do that for you for a week," but then I end up giving it up anyways. I just told her. So every time we see a Coke, we both look at each other. We start laughing every time we see like a Coca Cola because I love Coca Cola. Um, and if you don't if you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try again. Yes, yes, Aaliyah. Yep, yep. A non-scale victory, making new friends on this journey. Yes, that's a big one, Felicia. Oh my gosh, that's a great one right there. Never thought that would happen. Right. Never thought you would connect to people. Like, it's amazing. Like I keep saying, this community of people are amazing. Just connecting with them overall is amazing. So that's real. Yes, the non-scale victory of new friends. So this community has I don't like I said, I'm gonna say it again. There's no other medication that I've seen that has this many people involved talking about their results and what happens along the way. Like, I don't know. Does anybody know of any other medication that they have people really speaking and creating communities on? It's just amazing. This like I've never seen this before. Um, Yes, I agree with you. Yes, that's a really good one. So true, Felicia. That's one positive reason for social media, making great connections. Yes, it is. So I look at it as social media and just this like I'm telling you, like I just can't go. I can't even think of a medicine that I can find this on. I really can't. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. More background noise, but so my tone is probably gonna change. I had to I fell asleep earlier, so I didn't get the chance to charge my device all the way. So I actually switched to no microphone. You can probably hear me better with no microphone, as everybody always tells me. I don't know if I've ever seen a Viagra community, but who knows? Now, Felicia, I'm gonna check for you. I'm gonna check. The type ones are few and far, at least on in YouTube. I'm not on TikTok. Okay. All right. It's a MySpace version of Geo. Oh my God, did you have a MySpace account? You brought me back to like I think I was in college. I think MySpace. I'm trying to think. I forgot how old I was at that point. Um, yeah, I think that's way back if I can remember correctly. Yeah, right? You're gonna be so you know that yesterday, like I think it's YouTube. Like out of all that we talked about yesterday, they picked the thing with Mary as my highlight. I'm like YouTube is just they always picking some crazy stuff for the highlights. You never know what's gonna come from them at all. Right. The highlights are hilarious. Like they literally will wait for us to talk about something that is like off topic. They're gonna say like, "Oh yeah, she's the Viagra community on on YouTube or something," as the highlight. But that's YouTube for you. That's YouTube. Oh gosh. So our non-skill victory. So that's great. The community. You were probably in fifth grade. Oh really? Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah. And that was a while ago. Oh wow. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just heard about it. I must not been connected to that because I don't think I was doing anything in fifth grade like that. I don't think I had it even. I used to have a typewriter. I think it's still. I think I still have a typewriter. So the community is a big one. Definitely because I feel like for that particular non-skill victory of the community, we're actually able to understand more about what's happening within the medication. I think it also helps. It also helps like Eli Lilly too, because like I said, they recent they recently they recently did a study on like hair loss, right? But I think that came because the community of people were saying like they're losing their hair, right? Like there's so many results of people saying they're losing their hair, so they actually did a study on it. So I think we're gonna start to see more of that. Of people are gonna be like the manufacturers of these medications are gonna be looking to these communities to give them feedback so they kind of understand what's happening. Even though they have to do, FDA, they have to do their own studies, but they still look once people are on the medicine, other things that could be happening. Um, I hope nobody comes out and posts anything. I hope they don't pick that up as the highlight. Did I read that? I don't know. I think I skipped the word though, but I said it secondly. But who knows? Wait, with YouTube, YouTube probably read my comments or something. Who knows? It's funny for sure. But yeah. So do we have any more non-skill victories before we close out? It's 11:04. We've been up for a little bit over an hour. Oh, maybe you'll do a study on how we. Oh my God. Why? Okay, Kim. So she says, oh, maybe they'll do a study on why it's itching so much. I sure hope so. We need permanent solution. Yeah. I'm telling you, they'll probably make another pen with for sensitive people. No, I know you're being serious. I'm being serious too. That maybe they'll make a separate type of pen for people who have sensitive skin. Like there are needles for people with sensitive skin. Yeah, so that could be a thing. Like no joke, like all jokes aside, that sure can be a thing. Because yeah, definitely. The thing is, if it has to, the thing is, people. I was on somebody's page, and it was somebody that just started GLP and they were talking about the itchiness. And I was like, see, there's so many people out there who's not really saying anything. Kim don't know she could be saving people's lives out here. And I was dead serious. Oh, Journey of Life. Please go watch Kim J's video. Please. Go watch her. She did a video. I think it was last week or this week. It's either last week or this week she posted it. You gotta go watch it, Journey. Yeah, go watch it. I'm not gonna spill the beans. Don't spill the beans. That's why I put it out there for that reason. Other than that, I would not have. Praying the right person with the solution can help, right? Um, and so like, yeah, and I guess some people will, and some people probably, I don't know if they'll get it, but hopefully so. That's the whole point. The whole point of us even sharing our journey is because there's somebody else that could be having, like, for example, Jane, right? A good example. She said there's only like a small community of people with type 1, and like, if the more she shares about the type 1 experience is going to help someone else who could be type 1 and be on these medications. And so I think that's great, right? And because the more that person shares, like, the more, like I said, one thing I looked for when I got on was people without gallbladders. And I think there's people on here, and I want to, hopefully we can one day come together and do a video on, how you're affected of this medication without your gallbladder. Um, it does have an effect, and how you live before and after. And so those types of things, and hopefully that's coming soon. We can get together to get that done. I have a list of some people that I know that don't have their gallbladders. So the more that we share in this community, the more that when other people get on, or when they're going through something, they can, when they look it on YouTube, that's why it's important, like they say, like our titles, right? Because when people are looking, they might be looking for, like, you know, allergic reaction. Think about what they might be thinking, like allergic reaction to Manjaro, or maybe they might think like maybe they might be itching when you're on Manjaro. I don't know, just different keywords that they might be searching in order to find a solution to their problem, right? At Kim J, are you allergic to the material of the needle is made of? I don't think she knows exactly. It might be the needle, because she seems like once she sprays it, it might be the needle. I don't know. She might be sensitive to that type of needle that they're utilizing. Journey, as I would love you to look at that one, but go ahead and look at all of them over. Yeah. So Kim J is also looking to be monetized as well. So if you can also just go ahead and watch her video. She has some great content out there. And if you guys just want to drop your mirrors or your green hearts in the chat if you are a content creator, because I think there's a lot of people on this journey that has great content, and you might most likely be able to learn from each one of them. So if you guys can drop your either your mirrors and your green hearts, or your green hearts or your mirrors, whatever you choose. You make your decision on what you want to do. She said, go ahead and watch everything for hours if you want to. She doesn't mind. Jane said, I need the FDA to approve it for type 1. Tag, Eli Lilly and FDA, yes. Okay, I got what you're saying. So I just, Jane, do you know, actually, hold on, let me just take a screenshot of that. I want to look up something. I'm going to message you. I'm going to look up something. I'm going to research something for you regarding type 1. Eli Lilly, whether it's Eli Lilly or another company that is currently in the process of making a GLP-1 that's for like that's similar to Manjaro. I'm gonna look and see if they're looking at type ones. I don't know. I have to like read up on it to find out. I can imagine Kim J on Dr. Oz. Yeah, you want me to reach out to him for you, Kim, so you can speak to people? I think like the rare things like type ones, like when you put that in front of people and people are talking about it more, that's why sleep apnea became a thing. It's because more and more people, you know, they realized it was helping more and more people of this category. That's what made them approve it for it. I think, and that's why they did fatty liver, a lot of that. That's because these people are on this. And I'll say this and again, I'm not no doctor or anything, but when Eli Lilly put out Manjaro and they opened the door for anybody to be on Manjaro with the coupon, they allowed different people besides diabetics, type 2 diabetics, let me say that, to try the medication, and they got results from all different things. That's what made them step out and say, oh, we need a weight management drug like Zepbound, but we're not only is it for weight management, it's also for sleep. They got it approved for sleep apnea. So, and that's only because of the people that came forth and spoke about what was going on with them. So just keep using your channels to speak about these things, and I promise you, like, it will reach the right people. So like, Kim, you have that one video about the itching. Like, make another video that's not part of your live about it. Talk about, you know, what happens when it did happen. Like, when the itching starts, how does it start? Does it start to break out a little? Is it a lot of breaking out? Is it red? Does it start irritating right away? How did you notice it? Like, maybe think about making a video about that. And then for Jane, again, just more videos on the type 1. Maybe it might help as well. And, I know we have some lives and things like that, but actually pushing out, to reach that community of people so then they can know that you're out here and that, they'll feel like they have a voice because you have a voice. All right. These things need to be added to our, yes, all the time, prayers, everything. I feel like Felicia says, I feel like it's the speed of which the shot is injected. I don't know if you see how fast the shot comes out. It's scary. It's like a rocket. Yeah, they made it just to go right in, like, as soon as you press it. Yep. They're doing research. I've been in contact with Eli Lilly about their trial. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Jane. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Kim, did you always enjoy taking MJ? I didn't start until after a few months of taking it. Okay. There are like 7 trials for type 1. Oh, Unters. Okay. The mainly hypopalasemia, I believe, concern. Okay. Hypoglycemia concerns. Okay. That's the only concern. That's the main concern that they have. Okay. But you say you've been in contact with them because there's things that you do to manage that, right? Like to make sure that you're not in that state. And I they'll figure it out. But yes, I'm glad that you're in contact with them. And be grateful of it all. I want us all to get monetized on YouTube. Got enough money for all of us to have extra income, especially as much as we are on here pouring out and viewing YouTube so much. Yes, I agree with you, Kim. Basically saying there's enough money out here on the tube for us to all be monetized and make as much money as we can utilizing this platform. And that's it. We be out here in these streets viewing other people's content so we can be out here in these streets making this money. There you go. For real, it's like a second job. Sure enough. Nicole, I started itching after my second dose of 5 milligrams mg in September 2024, and it's been itching ever since. My hack is the only thing that helped me, approved or not. Benefits outweigh the itchy. Yes, definitely. No, that makes sense. You got to do what works for you. And that's like a huge thing. That's even like a non-scale victory. Like, you're able to continue your medication even though, it has an effect on what's happening in your body. But overall, you are like able to still take it because you have a solution to that. It may not look ideal for like other people, but it's ideal for you. It's becoming your norm, right? So, when people when it's not familiarized to them or they never seen it before, it's not part of their norm, but it's part of your norm. You've been doing it for over a year. It's part of your process of taking this medication. Okay? All right? And yes, it should be addressed. And I hope they do consider. You might have to contact Eli Lilly, Kim, and take it like on a professional level and speak to them about that, So please do not do what I do. God has put a shield or protection over me. Please consult with your doctor. Yes, yes. You have disclaimers all over that video. So she has disclaimers all over that video of different things. So all right. Today was a good live. Thank you guys again for listening to my story. I appreciate it. And listening to Nipsey bark. So he wanted to be part of the conversation so bad. Now he's like running around with his new toy. He has a new toy. All right, everyone. Good night. Yes, see you all soon. So you guys have a wonderful night. I was watching Nipsey. He was running around the table with his new toy. I got distracted. Yeah, but you guys have a good night. And thank you guys all. And as always, I say peace, love, and happiness until tomorrow at 10 p.m.